guys, welcome to the launch of my brand new YouTube channel. So I'm a RN. I'm here in America. I moved here from London, England. I just want to talk you through the process of how I came to be here. Lots of people have been asking me and lots of people have been interested in this process. So I feel I should have started this channel ages ago. I moved here in 2018. It's now February 2021. So it's long overdue, and I keep watching YouTube channel where people are saying just do it. So here I am. I'm just gonna do it. So I'll take you to a journey. So I moved here in 2018 with a nursing agency called Ogrady Peyton. They've been in business for over 35 years and they recruit nurses from all over the world. So the Philippines, the Caribbean, Africa, and I've met quite a few nurses from, is it Kuwait? Yeah, a few nurses from Kuwait and Saudi Arabia. So in order to be eligible for Ogrady Peyton International Nurse Recruitment Program, you would have had to be a nurse for over 2 years with acute experience for 2 years. Although what's been happening now with COVID, they've specified actually 1 year of acute care experience. You would have had to study a 4-year program or a program that meets the hours that they're looking for when they review your transcript. So this is how my journey started with Ogrady Peyton. In 2009, I contacted them because I had heard about Ogrady Peyton from a friend of mine who had moved to the United States with them. I called them in 2009 and they said that they weren't doing any recruitment where they would give green cards. They said if I had a green card, they could help me with a job. But due to retrogression, they weren't issuing any nursing green cards at the moment. I left it, got on with my life, and then in 2016, I came to visit an aunt of mine in Boston. And when I got there, I thought, oh, this is really nice. I'd been to America before because I have lots of family here, but I hadn't been to Massachusetts before. And I thought, this is really nice. I could see myself working here. I contacted the nursing agency and they said, actually, yes, recruitment have opened back up and we're recruiting nurses from all over. They said if you're moving from the UK, it would roughly take 18 months to 2 years. And so after I went back to London, I applied. When I applied, I just feeling there's a basic paperwork on their website. It asks about your nursing experience, when you became an RN, and just some basic information. I filled that information in and they scheduled me for an interview via Skype. I prepared myself and there was a panel of 3 people. Once I did the interview, they said, yes, I've been accepted. I also did a math test. It was a basic math test. So they give you a link, you log on, and the math test would expire an hour from when you started. It was basic math, basic calculation with tablets and formulas, and just basic nursing skill. So after I did that, they said yes, I was accepted, and they began the process by sending to my university for my transcript. So they sent the paperwork to me and they asked me to forward it to my university for my transcript. And so I did that. My university sent the transcript to them. There was a bit of hiccup because our training in the UK is a little bit different than the training in the United States. My nursing degree was a 3-year program. And you have different branches. You have adult, you have child, you have mental health nursing. In the first year, you do a common foundation program where all of you are together, and then in the second year, you branch out into your specialty, and your specialty takes about 2 years to complete.
Yes, so after you finish your 2-year program, specific along with your 1-year foundation, it's incorporated into your 3-year program to give you your nursing degree. So quite a little bit different from what happens here in the United States. So after they reviewed my transcript and everything and said yes, I was eligible to apply, on my behalf, Ogrady Peyton did what's called a CGFNS, where they certified that my degree was similar to a nurse who had trained in the United States. Some people are under the impression that the CGFNS is another exam. It's not. It's just where they send off your transcript, send off your area of study, how many hours in theory, how many hours in practical, and they send it and you have to pay a fee, all of which Ogrady paid for me. And they certified and said yes. Once I did that, Ogrady got me prepared to do the NCLEX exam. So I was put on a Kaplan study program, which lasted 10 months. While studying, Ogrady gave me a list of paperwork that I had to prepare for myself and my family, because I moved with my family here. So I had to do a police record check. Originally from Jamaica, and so I had to do a police record check in Jamaica. If you've lived in Jamaica up until a certain age, you'll need a police record check from there as well. So I needed one from there. I needed one from the United Kingdom. So all those things they told me I had to prepare in order to move forward. Just a checklist of things I would need, not right at the moment because we still have to do the NCLEX. Once I started doing the NCLEX, they had teachers who check up on me, and I also found other material outside of the Kaplan book that I use for studying, such as app. It's called NCLEX Mastery. I paid, was it about £12 at the time, and every day it would remind me to study. It would give me questions I'd gotten wrong. It would give me why my answer was wrong. If I even got it right, it told me why my answer was correct, and I actually found it very helpful. By the end of studying, I was fully versed in maternity, child, everything, and also mental health and mental health drugs, which I was very, very poor at in the beginning. So the study program just sort of put me on the right path in being all around prepared for the NCLEX exam. I registered, did the nursing exam, and within 2 days Ogrady called to say that my license had been issued. They register you under a state, and mine was Minnesota. I don't know if it's Minnesota they use for everybody else, but my license was issued by the Minnesota Nursing Board. As soon as that was done, I've taken notes. They got me prepared for the visa screen. And the visa screen, it just provides evidence that you've completed the required screening program for healthcare profession in order to qualify for the permanent residency visa or the green card. So once I passed, everything just seemed to go so quickly after that. So I passed my exam in June 2017. June 2017, I received the visa screen certificate, and Ogrady Peyton put me in contact with their immigration specialist, and that person contacted me, gave me a list of documents that I had to get prepared, and that included the visa application for myself, my husband, and my 2 children. So 4 forms in total, mine being the longest to complete. The children's were the easiest, but mine, it was very, very long, and basically it was like a mock form she put online. and she said to fill it in and send it back to her, and she would review it. And that's the thing I like with Ogrady. They help you through the entire process to make sure you're on the right path. I know some of you guys are interested in knowing what the cost was. So at the very beginning of the program, Ogrady told me that roughly I would need about £2,000 in total for everything, because you have to do medical, you had to pay for the visa, and you have to pay once you're issued the visa, the green card or immigrant visa, you had to pay for that as well. So, and they said I should have money for traveling, especially with children. You should have some money in your pocket. They didn't specify an amount, but they told me for like a family of 4 or 5, I would need about possibly 10,000 in my pocket. That's what I should aim for. I mean, it's not, what should I say? It's not a rule, or it's not given. You don't have to, but if you're moving to a foreign country and you're moving with family, even though you're going for a job, it's good to have some money in your pocket. So they told me this even before my transcript arrive. So in conjunction, so they had different people from different part of the process speaking to me. Once I did the visa screen, this was happening concurrently with me speaking to a specialist about area where I would like to live. So basically, a lot of nurses who I spoke to in the UK who want to move with Ogrady, some of them wanted to go to California and they want to pick this area. It's not like that. They give you on a paper, they asked me to choose Midwest, Southwest, just different area, not specific state. Had I had the choice, I would have gone back to Boston, where I'd gone to, where it was really, really nice. I had my heart set on moving to work at Mass General. However, when they collected all the information and they asked me what my specialty was, up until that point, when I contacted Ogrady, I had worked for 4 years on a cardiac unit in a top London hospital, and then after that I did what you'd call in America as travel nursing. So I joined a nursing agency and I went from different location, and I had built up skills in medical surgical area. I'd gone to elderly care. I've done a bit on a gynecology floor. I'd gone to hematology. So I'd been all around, and I spent probably the last 3 years of my nursing career in the UK going to an acute medical care unit, which had like cardiac monitors, and they also gave you the opportunity where you looked after patients on CPAP, BiPAP, and also trach care. So I had a vast amount of experience. So when it came to that, they gave you paperwork to fill in all the experience you had. If you had had quite a bit, a little bit, if you were a novice, if you were an expert, you fill all those things in, and they present your forms to different hospitals. The hospitals then decide if they would give you an interview. So while I'm preparing for the visa process, this is also going on. After passing the NCLEX, I filled in the paperwork for myself and my family in order to apply for the immigrant visa. Once we fill it in, you pay a fee, it's submitted, and then they send back, and then they said, okay, you should hear from immigration soon. Immigration sent me a letter saying, yes, we've received your application, this is your filing number, and if you want further information on that, if you contact me, I'll be happy to share with you what that paperwork looks like and the process. while I'm waiting for this, I also was sent to do a medical, and the medical is for everyone in the family, and we had to go to designated doctors that immigration specified. So they told me where to go, and myself and my family scheduled an appointment to go there. But because they're so busy and they're so limited in the UK, or visa appointment came before we did the medical. So we went to the appointment at the United States Embassy in London. When we went for the appointment, the paperwork I needed to bring, because all those paperwork had been submitted online already, I scanned and sent everything they require. They require original birth certificate, they require passport, and they require like a job letter and so forth. So all that was sent to the visa, sent forward to the immigration processing department before I actually got there. We got dressed. To be honest, my visa interview was really simple. I was asked 2 questions: the name of the hospital that I was going to work, that's what I was asked, and they asked me something about my youngest child, I don't remember, but then they fingerprinted me, my husband, and my oldest child. They didn't fingerprint my youngest, and that was it. 2 questions. The appointment took us about 15 minutes, and they said that's it. They said once your medical comes through, we will issue you your immigrant visa. We went and did the medical. I guess the results were forwarded to them. So we had to do a chest x-ray, eye check, and we had several vaccines among the 4 of us, and that fee was eye-watering. I paid about £2,000 that day for all 4 of us for the 4 chest x-ray. Probably my youngest child probably got the most vaccines. I didn't need a lot because I'm working as a nurse, and I would have had several. So I had a booster, and then did that. It was sealed, and they forwarded to immigration, and then Ogrady contacted me to ask if I'd heard anything, and a day after they asked me that, I was told that where I could go and collect my documents. Anyways guys, so that's the beginning of the process. Join me in another video where I'll talk you through the rest of what happened prior to me leaving the United Kingdom to come to America. Thanks for joining, and have a great day. If you want to know more, you can contact me privately, or you can just wait for the next video. Thank you so much for joining me. Bye.